What's up with it, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Hit that like button, sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit the notifications too. I want to give a shout out to Ticket TV. Definitely go sub to all of his platforms. And I also want to give a shout out to the Kareem Report. Definitely go sub to his platform too as well. And shout out to the whole Lions Den basketball community as well as boxing community too. Listen, I'm glad that the Warriors did not get LeBron, okay? As you know, there was it was rumored that the Warriors had tried to pursue LeBron, and of course, the sources happened to be accurate because Adrian Wojnarowski had confirmed it. Now, this is not the first time that people have had an idea of one LeBron and Steph Curry playing with one another, right? But the idea of LeBron going over to the Warriors, it would not have worked, okay? Now, it might have worked in terms of marketing. Could it have worked in terms of ticket sales going through the roof? Yes, it possibly could have. Matter of fact, I'm almost guaranteed that it would have. In terms of like showmanship and the celebrity aspect, the entertainment factor, yeah, absolutely. But from a basketball standpoint, no, it did not make basketball sense, okay? Now look, some people are going to disagree with me. Like I said, I really don't care, okay? It would not have worked because Steph Curry has dealt with that before. Now, the experimentation with Kevin Durant, it worked out the first time because Steph Curry was willing to, I'm not going to say take a back seat to Kevin Durant, but he was willing to let Kevin Durant play his game, okay? He was willing to let him play his game, and Kevin Durant, when he was over there, he was humble about it. And people also got to remember that Kevin Durant was actually seen as the villain. He was vilified. He was the only one on the team that was vilified. He was even more so vilified than Draymond Green, which I thought was real crazy because of the decision that he had made. Okay? Now, it worked out. They were able to win 2 championships, and of course, Kevin Durant went on to get. Steph Curry was part of the reason why Kevin Durant has those chips now, along with Klay Thompson and everything. I don't think that it would work. It would have worked at this stage of LeBron's career, okay? And I want to be very, very specific when I say that, okay? What we have to understand is that LeBron is not 29 anymore. He's 39, okay? And you're talking about a lot of mileage on LeBron's body, okay? And you're talking about playing in a West that is way more competitive than what it was in terms of the youth and the emergence of different teams now, okay? The West and the league, some of the league has pretty much caught up to the Warriors, okay? Now, I did tell the brother Ticket TV that I did think that Steph Curry was in the MVP conversation, and it's not just because, I want to clarify something. It's not just because Steph Curry has and the Warriors have won 5 straight. I'm talking about the body of work that they have had. Well, Steph Curry individually has had over the course of the whole regular season. Okay, and Curry has not been hurt. Curry has, he stayed, being out there playing, and he has been putting up, phenomenal numbers. There were some games where he did struggle, shooting and everything, but for the most part, Curry has been brilliant, especially over I would say these last like 10 games, 10 to about 12 games, and nobody's really talking about. Even in losses, he's been great. Like I said, look, LeBron, like I said, man, if he would have did this maybe about 10 years ago, then yeah, that probably would have worked, because the sole reason why you want to get LeBron over there is to hurry up and get a championship. They're not trying to do an experimentation where they're trying to build and wait 3 or 4 years. No, the Warriors have championship expectations, just like the Lakers have championship expectations, and just like some of these other story franchises have expectations too. So in this instance, I just really didn't feel like it would work. Now, we could get into the whole circus show type of feel. We could get into, LeBron wanting to take control of the Warriors and try to, throw teammates under the bus, all that other stuff, fake handshakes or whatever, and then be out the gate and all that stuff, and clashing with coaches, stuff like that. We could get into all that stuff, but everybody already knows that. That's one of the reasons why I really don't think it's going to work in New York, okay? A lot of people feel like it is, but like I said, I really don't feel like it's going to work if he goes to New York, and disrupting the chemistry there. And plus, on top of that, at this stage of his career, going there too, the emergence of Jonathan Kuminga, I think, is really huge. It's really slept on. Nobody's really talking about that. And this could possibly be the future of the team. Look, everybody thinks that I'm knocking LeBron or something like that. That's not the case. Now, we also have to look at it like this, from this perspective too, right? Curry would have been he's a little bit younger. He's 5, getting ready to be 6 years younger than LeBron. I'm talking about when LeBron, if he had turned 40 or whatnot, and he was still playing with Curry. Would LeBron at this stage of his career be willing to take a back seat? Okay, that's the question, because that's the question that we have to ask. He said he was going to take a back seat to Anthony Davis, but at the same token, he felt like Anthony Davis wasn't able to fulfill his duties and obligations. But we can't even say that, because Anthony Davis has been he's been showing up this season, with the exception of just a couple games or whatever, and then up until he pulled that tacky shit, with Boston and all of that stuff. Anthony Davis should have played. Fuck that shit. I don't want to hear none of that. All right, he should have played. Then on top of that, will he be willing to come off the ball? That's the main thing. Now, we know that over the course of Steph Curry's career, he wasn't the primary ball handler. You know what I'm saying? Has he been a primary ball handler at times? Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? He's handled the rock this season, but we all know that LeBron is going to want control over that. That's LeBron's thing. He wants to have control. You know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this: his usage rate will go down, and it'll be down, because you're talking about a guy that's 39 years old. You know what I'm saying? And I keep bringing up the age. Yes, I do. But you're talking about going into a team where it's already riddled with their various problems. You know, because you have a Clay who a lot of people feel that isn't the same. A lot of people we're feeling that way about Draymond and his whole antics and stuff like that. They felt like they feel like he's not the same Draymond and stuff like that. And then there were even some people that said that Curry coming into the season wasn't the same, which I thought was stupid because Curry has continued to prove people wrong. So, and then you had a lot of other adversities or whatever. And LeBron, I don't think he would have grew impatient with them struggling the way that they are. Think about it. LeBron, they're sitting in 9th right now. And at one point they were clearly lower than that. And he was growing frustrated and growing impatient, ready to trade people, ready to fire the coach, pretty much doing what he's done in the past. And him not having that type of control with the Warriors, because I don't think that they would let that happen, because it's Steph Curry's team. He's the one that's got the 4 chips there, okay? Yeah, you had 4 chips, in other franchises. But the thing about it, and the reason why nobody can win this argument as it pertains to Steph and LeBron, not trying to make this a Steph versus LeBron, but in this instance you have to, is that Steph Curry has 4 chips in that arena. Okay? At first it was the Oracle, and then of course they moved over to the Chase, but 4 with that franchise. Okay, those are Steph Curry's chips. Okay, so I think it's going to be a matter of LeBron's ego having to simmer down on his ego, which I don't think will happen, and also having less control, which I don't think LeBron would have wanted to have. But it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked this year. Now, maybe, like I said, a few years ago when LeBron was in his prime, I'm talking about when a Miami type of LeBron, I think it would have worked then. But it definitely would have, maybe even a Cleveland LeBron, but not now. But y'all opinions might be different. Y'all let me know how you feel. Make sure you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too, so that you are notified. Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I'll get at you later.